What up, gang? What up, squad? It is your boy, Are You Serious? The realest, the coolest, the trillest young king on your platform as we speak. Welcome back for the lit banger, gang. So I'm reacting to this. I don't know how well it's gonna do on the channel. It might do horrible. It is what it is, man. It's the new year, so I'm just gonna be throwing anything out, and if it catches, it catches. All right, man. We got how much plastic surgery my dog Michael Jackson has actually had. You know what I'm saying? And it's a new update, so y'all know it's like maybe a year or two old. So times have changed. They know all the records and all this stuff. So I want to see from beginning to end. You know what I'm saying? I think we all seen what it was in between, but it didn't really go into depth. So this is going to go into depth about everything he had done, how many times he had it done, when his nose fell off. I remember my uncle was like, man, Michael Jackson's nose fell off in an interview or some shit. And I swore he was lying. I'm like, man, you capping. Ain't no way, because Michael Jackson is my hero. His nose really fell off, bro. No cap, I shit you not. So we're gonna go ahead and see what they got to say, man. If you're new, subscribe, like the video. If you want more videos like this, y'all know what to do. Hit that comment section below and let me know, all right? Till then, let's get it. Bang.
Michael Jackson and plastic surgery. The two are synonymous with each other as a result of countless column inches dedicated to the artist's changing appearance over the decades. From lip reductions and cheek implants to eye reshaping and botched nose jobs. There isn't much that Michael Jackson's face hasn't allegedly undergone, as stated in the tabloids. Overtly sensationalized by media outlets or downplayed by the artist himself. What is the truth behind the years of speculation, and what plastic surgery did Michael Jackson actually have? Here's the detail. If this video title sounds familiar, it's because it is, as the first ever video on this channel was also on this subject. And because that video was somewhat popular, we thought it deserved a 2021 update. So, with the help of upscaled video footage and after 2 years studying Michael Jackson's evolving appearance, we are going to chronicle the plastic surgery procedures Michael Jackson has known to have undergone, alongside images of before and after, in order to make an accurate assessment of the work he had done during his lifetime.
Damn, that's weird.
Michael Jackson's first foray into plastic surgery came in 1979, when at the age of 21, Jackson reportedly broke his nose while in dance rehearsal. Needing surgery for the break, and with the release of his first solo record as an adult, Off the Wall, coming up, Michael decided to, at the same time, undergo his first rhinoplasty. Michael Jackson entrusted Beverly Hills plastic surgeon Stephen Hoffman, who would work on the likes of Elizabeth Taylor, Joan Rivers, Ivana Trump, and was Jackson's preferred choice for many years to come.
Wow.
Before, Michael Jackson...
I really wanted to know why he did what he did. Now, first he said he did his nose so he could hit higher notes, which was crazy because he was already hitting high notes. But when he got older, it kind of calmed down. So I get that a little bit. I get it. But everything else, bro, come on, man. He was addicted. Yeah, he was addicted to pain pills and them sleeping medicines, but he was also addicted to plastic surgery, and it's real sad, bro.
Jackson's nose was characterized by its broad bridge and widened nostrils, as well as its lack of definition and projection at the tip.
It nose looked like mine.
After surgery, Hoffman gave Michael a slimmer and more defined result, while still maintaining the integrity of his original nose. However, according to Jackson, the surgery was not a complete success, as he wasn't satisfied with its overall appearance and complained of breathing difficulties that would affect his singing. Therefore, in 1981, during the hiatus between Off the Wall and his mega hit Thriller, Michael decided to go back to Stephen Hoffman to perform a second rhinoplasty. Hoffman later explained, quote, "Noses sometimes can't be reduced all at once, and it can take a two-stage procedure. Not just reshaped. Michael's nostrils were surgically reduced by cutting and removing skin, creating a scar around his nostril crease, resulting in the dramatically reduced size of his nostrils. And as a result of the second procedure, Jackson's nose was made even narrower, and the tip less bulbous."
Damn, that's a big change, bro.
Still unsatisfied, and with Thriller skyrocketing up the chart.
Bro, look at this dude. He is a beautiful man. Like, that dude, like, whatever was in back then, that's what he was. He looked, bro, Prince, I don't know if Prince had plastic surgery. I don't think he did. Prince was that nigga, and he knew it. Prince would walk around with his little booty hanging out, just dancing and shit, you know what I'm saying? Because he knew he was him. He was 5'2", but he was still shaking his little booty shaker. Michael is like 6 foot, tall, slim. I'm sure he could sing. Bro, he can get any woman he want. Why was he going crazy like that, bro? Like, I'd have been knocking boots with everybody.
Michael Jackson decided to undergo a third rhinoplasty during the summer of
He had
1983.
facial hair. I can't even get a
revealing the result
freaking beard.
in his
He got a
Say,
beard.
Say music video with Paul McCartney. This time, Michael's nostrils and nose tip were further reduced. His tip was now as narrow as the
Look
bridge,
at that.
and his profile was given a slight upturned appearance. Unfortunately,
tweaking.
not all Michael Jackson's surgeries would be voluntary, as on January 27, 1984, while Michael and the other members of the Jacksons were filming a Pepsi commercial in Los Angeles' Shrine Auditorium, pyrotechnics set Jackson's hair on fire,
That's
causing
sad.
second-degree burns to his scalp and extensive hair loss to his head.
I seen that.
In the run-up to 1984's Victory Tour, Michael Jackson endured a series of painful surgeries, whereby they cut away scarred areas and stitched his unaffected scalp together in hopes of
Ooh.
disguising Jackson's injury and covering the now palm-sized bald spot on top of his head.
I know when he saw that bald spot, he lost his shit. Cause they always been known for their hair. Like we used to, my aunt had like these fros, these fake fros, and we used to put them on and dance like the Jackson 5 and shit. You know what I mean? You couldn't tell me I wasn't Lil Michael. Feel me? So I know when he saw that bald spot, oh man, he thought it was over. Can y'all imagine Michael without hair, bro? I don't know. That would've been crazy.
As indicated in this rare home footage, presumably taken while Michael Jackson was recovering from surgery as well as practicing his dance moves for his upcoming tour, Michael can also be seen wearing a surgical splint on his nose as well as dressings on his scalp. This would suggest that during his scalp procedures, Jackson decided to have his nose revised for the fourth time.
He's like, fuck it. You're already there.
This theory is further substantiated when Michael appeared at his mother's birthday celebrations with his nose looking different, as though still slightly swollen a month.
Bro, his shit's so tight, he can't even pick his own nose, bro. Like, how could you? How could you pick your own nose? You can't even get your finger in that motherfucker.
After surgery. During the Victory Tour, it was clear from Michael Jackson's side profile that his nose tip was further refined, and its upturned position had become unnaturally whimsical in its appearance.
Look like a shoe.
However, by 1986, it became apparent that Michael Jackson was visibly having issues with his recently surgically altered nose, as on May 6, 1986, Jackson appeared at a Pepsi press conference with sunglasses on, disguising a nose that appeared asymmetric and at a stage of collapse. With filming for commercials and new music videos coming up, the next month Michael was photographed wearing a surgical mask for the first time. In that July, while attending the funeral of Vincent Minnelli, photographers noticed his nose altered, as well as the addition of a Kirk Douglas-style dimple to his chin. His jawline's
that
new
was
look
not
was
there
achieved
before.
by the use of an implant, as his autopsy report noted that he had 2 incision marks at the bottom of his chin. After the release of his
tweak it,
Bad
son.
album in 1987, Michael Jackson's new look made him a relentless media target, with bombastic stories of him
Bro,
and his
you
bouts
seen
with
that
plastic
thing?
surgery
What
becoming
was
regular
that?
tabloid fodder in the newspapers. After years of touring and promoting, Jackson had little time to pursue additional image makeovers. On September 14th, 1990, Michael Jackson received the first ever, quote, Michael Jackson Good Scout Humanitarian Award at the Century Plaza Towers in Los Angeles. With sunglasses firmly on, it is clear that Jackson was again suffering from ongoing complications with his nose,
Think he had
as
black
it appeared
eyes?
uncharacteristically pinched and
Damn.
in a state of collapse.
Look at his smile.
Presumably,
Look at them.
Michael had several surgeries to help rectify these issues, but for reasons that were medically needed and not necessarily cosmetic. Another ongoing grievance that Michael Jackson continued to seek treatment for well into the 1990s was for his scalp. With little
Still?
success from his 1984 surgeries, Michael decided to undergo a radical treatment that would finally relinquish his need for hair pieces to disguise the bald spot caused by scar tissue
He was wearing
left
hair
after
pieces?
the Pepsi accident. The tissue expander treatment consisted of implanting balloons into areas surrounding the scarred tissue that over time are blown up to expand the skin on the scalp. This is in the hope of then, in surgery, they can stretch the skin over the affected areas, cut the scar tissue out, and sew the healthy areas together.
Bro,
Because the whole
what?
process is so visible, hats have to be worn during this period. And for a 2-month stretch in the spring of 1993, Jackson was only ever seen in public with his signature fedora on. As part of Jordan Chandler's testimonial against Jackson, he noted that the artist would wear his fedora at all times, and how odd he felt it was when he would even sleep with it on when they shared a bed together.
Wow.
Unfortunately, this surgery was ultimately unsuccessful, and Michael Jackson would continue to rely on hair pieces and semi-permanent tattoos to disguise his hairline. By 2001, when at the release of his album Invincible, Michael Jackson was again having significant issues with his nose. Presumably untrusting of doctors, the artist had effectively given up trying to rectify its problematic issues.
Bro, he kept
described by
messing with
doctors
it.
as having a, quote, nasal cripple. Jackson could no longer breathe through his nose. From images, it is clear from his side profile that Michael Jackson...
How scary is that? Like, sometimes, like, when you take for granted the things that you can do on a daily basis, like breathing through your nose. When your nose is stuffed up and you gotta breathe through your mouth, and sometimes you sleep in your mouth closed and you feel like you about to die. Like, you know what I mean? Like, that's horrible. Imagine going through that shit all the time and not being sick. You know? Oh, man. I would say I felt bad for him, but I didn't, because he did that to himself.
His nose lacked any projection, as though it had collapsed onto itself. And also, he didn't have enough nasal passage for his nose to function for breathing. Behind the scenes, Karen Fay, Jackson's longtime makeup artist, has revealed that it was suggested to him that he should darken his skin and wear a prosthetic nose during the filming of his You Rock My World music video.
I picked the software engineering program because they pay very well, it's a fast-paced industry, the boot camp allowed.
However, once this request got to Michael, the artist was reportedly so distraught, he lashed out and trashed his dressing room, breaking down into a puddle of tears and crying over his years of intense insecurities concerning his appearance.
I told you. He was crying like a
However,
little woman.
it appears that Michael Jackson did eventually seek treatment to rectify his nasal issues, as indicated on November the 13th, 2002, during an appearance in the Santa Maria Superior Court. During his questioning, Jackson was asked by the judge to remove his surgical mask, and when he did, Jackson revealed his nose was covered in tape used to limit swelling after surgery. After his appearance, images taken were splashed across newspapers with headlines suggesting the tape held Jackson's nose together, and that without it, his nose would fall apart. Of course, all untrue. Michael Jackson had actually undergone a successful reconstruction that brought a lot of the structural integrity of his nose back. With an intense fear of growing old and of the aging process, Michael Jackson became a regular client of Arnold Klein, a dermatologist that specialized in dermal filler injections. To initially treat Jackson for acne and scarring that had occurred as a result of cosmetic surgery,
my boy don't seem to understand that growing old is a blessing, bro. Like, when I was in my early 20s, I was like, oh man, I'm getting older, you know what I'm saying? But like, getting older is a blessing. Now, of course, when you get in your 40s and 50s, you're like, oh shit, hold on, you know what I'm saying? But like, he had so much money, man, like he was living good. He had good doctors, so he was gonna live for a good amount of time, bro. Look, his brothers, they still living. His mom still about 90 years old. His dad lived to be 90 something. So I mean, he was gonna live a good while, bro. He just needs to take care of himself.
But then to combat the signs of aging with regular filler and Botox injections, starting from the early 2000s. As indicated by scars noted in his autopsy report, in 2003, Michael Jackson sought a more invasive solution and decided to undergo a full facelift procedure.
Bro, look
Jackson revealed his new, more youthful look by making several public appearances like that at the BET and Radio Music Awards that year.
Open and shit.
The latter being when this image was taken of Jackson, causing a media sensation and again splashed across tabloid front pages under numerous plastic surgery disaster headlines. A photograph Michael Jackson grew to detest. During the last years of his life, Michael Jackson's dermatologist said that his aim was to rebuild Jackson's face in an attempt to make him look more normal, including a reconstruction of his nose using fillers. He said that his nose was small, but was beginning to look a lot more natural again. Restylane, a temporary tissue filler, was also injected to build up areas of the face and even out others that had been visibly impacted by infection, scarring, and the effects of his long-term illnesses. But what do you think? Did Michael Jackson have more or less surgery than you had expected? And do you think there's anything here we may have missed out? Please leave your comments below.
Alright.
If you enjoyed watching, make sure to hit thumbs up and subscribe for more Mike.
Man, check out this man's channel. It's called The Detail. He got good content on there. He do be doing a lot of the same old shit though, which is really be pissing me off. But, you know, check it out. Anyway, man, if y'all like videos like this, man, he got way more Michael Jackson content, man. If y'all want me to go down the rabbit hole for this, I will, man. Just give me the heads up. Give me a comment or something. Let your boy know what's going down, so I'll be on there, all right, man? Like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. Happy New Year. I can't stress that enough. I pray all your blessings come to fruition, all your dreams and goals come to fruition. I know mine will this year. This is the GOAT year for me. You feel me? I'm already feeling it in my bone. I'm feeling it in my skin. Like, bro, this is it. Everything gonna fall in line this year. You feel me? I love y'all. Catch you on the next one. Josiah, you got something to say, man? Ice cream? Kit Kat? Yeah. Okay, say bye. Bye. Good job, Daddy. Yeah.